Hey guys, Tamago here, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing another reading your comments, but this time with a twist. So a while back on Twitter I asked you guys to send me your opinions and hot takes on any topic you want, and I'm going to be responding to the most interesting ones in this video. Shout out to Anthony Fantano and his Let's Argue series, of which this is a blatant ripoff. Now before we get into this, I want to express my concern that a lot of you guys seem to not know what a hot take is. So let me give you a quick lesson. A hot take is not a singular word, a question, or a series of tweets that finna get you blocked. According to the Urban Dictionary, a hot take is an opinion that is likely to cause controversy or is unpopular. For example, Cancer is just Diet Scorpio. Alright, let's just do this. Why do people say that BTS fans are all crazy and we want to take hair from them? No, we just really like their music. I think with any fandom, you have the extreme examples of fans who take things to crazy levels, and it's pretty much only these extremes that get reported on and talked about by people who otherwise wouldn't care. And with BTS being so huge, it would make sense for them to have more examples of these outliers, even if the proportion of these to the overall fan base isn't necessarily higher than that you would find in any other fan base. And this will mean there's more reporting on it, which in turn will reinforce the idea that BTS fans are nothing but crazed lunatics just desperate for a piece of Jungkook's hair. Literally every single other sport is better and more interesting to watch than watching football. While I agree that football isn't the most interesting sport to watch, I can hardly write it off as completely boring. Even if you ignore factors such as, championships and the underlying metagame of transferring players and all that. I mean, there's still a bit of fun to be had watching someone kick a ball into the top right corner of the net. Also, every other sport, I mean, come on, there's golf, cycling. Mint chocolate ice cream is awful. If I wanted to eat something minty, I would go eat toothpaste. I'm gonna have to hard agree with this one. I don't like mint in any context other than brushing my teeth and chewing gum. And I don't even like mint flavored chewing gum. Winter Soldier is the best MCU movie. As much as I liked the MCU's Captain America, I did not much care to see him in his own movies, and to say this after Infinity War, Endgame, The Incredible Hulk. Do you think news channels like Keemstar make YouTube worse? Okay, this isn't really a hot take, but it's an interesting question, so I'll answer it anyway. I just think whenever you have a community of people, there are always going to be disagreements, gossip, scandals. And, I think it's inevitable that channels like Keemstars that report on this would exist. I mean, people are going to be talking about it anyway, so why not make videos about it? So I can't really say it makes YouTube worse, because I don't see there being a YouTube without it. Gags was the best series on YouTube. There were a few alright ones. One of them was literally just a guy eating a bag of crisps. Peach is more evil than Bowser. I really don't see where this argument is coming from. Peach, as far as I know, has not been a particularly active character in the Super Mario Bros. Series. Honestly, it'd be more interesting if she was evil. At least then she'd do something. Yeah, I don't know what this is about. Am I missing something here? Banana ketchup. Red Dead 2 is good, in my opinion. I don't really know if this is a hot take. Red Dead was pretty well received generally. But with that said, there's still a lot wrong with it. Stuff I absolutely hated about that game. The stiffness of the movement, the bounty system, the shooting mechanics, the realism to the point where it's not even fun. It's trying to be more of a simulator than a game. Can you imagine the nerve they had to have to program in a mechanic where you craft bullets for your gun one at a time? Can you imagine how ballsy you have to be to program snitches into your game about being an outlaw? And the worst part is, the snitches lie. How am I gonna accidentally tap you with my horse? And then you run off to the chief of police and report me saying I assaulted you. Now I gotta massacre the entire police department of this small town because you couldn't mind your business and keep it moving. I don't know, I'm thinking Rockstar Rockstar games maybe just aren't my thing, having played GTA 4, 5, and both Red Deads, or at least both main Red Deads. You know, like, I can always sense they're quality games, but after a while, they all end up feeling like chores, and I find I'd rather watch someone else play it than play it myself. Though I miss your animations, your new videos have been extremely well made and entertaining. Guys, I said hot takes, not absolutely lovely takes. Thank you. Video game physical editions outdo digital editions in every way I can think of, except speed of delivery. I love having a physical edition of a game, but I can think of a few more benefits for having a digital edition. There's the convenience of not having to physically put a disc or cartridge into your system. They don't take up any shelf space. You're not gonna lose them in a house fire. That being said, I'd still go physical over digital for any game I actually care about. One, because I see sentimental value in having a physical copy of a game. And two, because I don't ever want there being a risk of me not being able to play the game because the publisher has decided to remove it from their servers however many years down the line. Tyler, the Creator, is one of the best musicians in general. I'm definitely not cultured enough in music to give an answer that has any real weight to it, but I'm such a fan of Flower Boy and Igor that I'm just gonna say, agree. You'd make an amazing wife. No, I don't think I would. It's okay to eat pizza with a knife and fork if you have the right intentions. If those intentions are to feel fancy in a not so fancy setting, then you are absolutely right. Whenever I ate at a Pizza Hut when I was younger, I would always try to eat the first slice with a fork and knife, but I would quickly give up and just eat it like the barbarian slob pizza forces you to become. There is no etiquette when it comes to shoving an amalgamation of cheese, bread, sauce, and whatever combination of toppings you've decided to include into your mouth. JWU, the John Wick universe, is better than the MCU, and I'm a massive Marvel boy. This is invalid because John Wick is not a universe, but a series, so the two are not comparable. If they release a movie set in the same timeline as John Wick, perhaps featuring John Wick, but not starring John Wick, then I will concede to there being a John Wick universe. But until then, Five Guys isn't good. I had Five Guys for the first time last year. Wow, what a sentence. I really liked it. The burger was great, and I liked the aesthetic of the place. The only problem was their chips were way too salty. Like, there was FDA shutdown levels of salt in that food. People only started caring about Club Penguin when it was shutting down. You a fake Club Penguin fan, brosif. There was definitely a surge in the popularity and discussion of Club Penguin when it was announced to be shutting down. But of course that makes complete sense. People were feeling nostalgic and wanted to experience it one last time. Even if most people weren't still playing it in the final years, it was still a part of millions of people's childhoods that was going away forever. You know, I haven't watched Boomerang in over a decade, but if the channel was announced to be permanently closing down, I'd feel some type of way about it. I'd probably watch some Looney Tunes reruns or something. Futurama is better than The Simpsons. Futurama is, without a doubt, a fantastic show. One of my top 10 of all time, maybe even top 5 of all time. But I would say the height of The Simpsons, you know, the highest quality, best made, funniest episodes come above that of Futurama, even though Futurama had some incredibly memorable episodes too. That being said, I think when you consider the timeline of both shows in parallel, after Futurama's massive 7-year hiatus, Futurama was still consistently pretty good, whilst The Simpsons was starting to falter, to the point where Futurama eventually became the better show by default. Also, it's important to note that Futurama actually ended with most of its dignity intact, which seems to not be the game plan for The Simpsons. That's gonna be it for this video. Thanks everyone who submitted a response on Twitter. You can follow me at Tamago247 for. Really, you should. My tweets are fire, okay? I do good tweets. Real quick before I go, I have an Epic Games supporter creator code now, so if you're ever picking up something from the Fortnite item shop, then be sure to use code TAMAGO to get... Wait, you don't get anything. But I get something, so... result. But yeah, if you're ever in the item shop and you want to send a few dollars my way, you know, keep me in high fashion, then you can use code TAMAGO. Link in... No, there's no link. Just use code TAMAGO if you want. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.